Welcome to my channel Pocket Change Coins, because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're talking about a coin that collectors worldwide are chasing with excitement and passion, the United States Mercury 1 dime from the year 1937. This stunning little piece of silver might be small in size, but its value and historical significance are absolutely massive. So grab your magnifying glasses and pay close attention, because you might just discover you've had a fortune hiding in plain sight. The Mercury dime is one of the most beautiful and beloved coins ever struck by the United States Mint. Officially known as the Winged Liberty Head dime, it was minted from 1916 to 1945 and designed by the legendary sculptor Adolf A. Weinman. The coin features the image of liberty donning a winged cap, which symbolizes freedom of thought. But over time, people began to mistake the figure for the Roman god Mercury, and the name Mercury dime stuck. That little misidentification gave this dime a legendary status that still excites collectors to this day. Now let's zoom in on the 1937 Mercury dime. This year may seem like just another in the series, but not all 1937 dimes are created equal. What makes this particular coin so thrilling is that certain rare varieties and mint errors from this year have become some of the most sought-after treasures in the world of numismatics. These are the kinds of coins that make collectors' hearts race, because they don't just carry value, they carry story, mystery, and prestige. The first thing collectors look for is where the coin was minted. Mercury dimes from 1937 were struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. You can identify the mint by checking for a tiny mint mark near the bottom left of the reverse side, just next to the base of the torch. The ones from San Francisco are more common, but the real magic happens when you find a 1937 dime from Denver or Philadelphia in pristine condition, especially with full bands on the torch. Full bands refer to the horizontal lines across the fasces, the bundle of rods, being fully visible and separated. This detail shows an extremely strong and clean strike, and collectors pay an incredible premium for it. But here's where it gets even more exciting: rare minting errors from 1937 have made headlines in recent years. Coins with off-center strikes, double die obverse, and even planchet errors have turned what was once pocket change into an object of pure numismatic gold. Imagine a dime where Liberty's profile appears slightly doubled, or one where the reverse is partially missing due to a clipped planchet error. These rare mistakes happen during high-speed production and often slip past unnoticed, until a sharp-eyed collector uncovers a gem that turns out to be worth a fortune. Condition, of course, plays a huge role in a coin's value. A well-worn 1937 Mercury dime may only be worth its silver content, but in uncirculated condition, or better yet, graded as MS-67 or MS-68 by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, the price climbs fast and furiously. Coins with perfect luster, sharp strike, and no scratches are the crown jewels of any collection. Combine that with a rare error or full bands designation, and you're staring at a coin worth thousands, or in some legendary cases, far more. Collectors have been going wild at recent auctions, where rare 1937 Mercury dimes have fetched jaw-dropping prices. These aren't myths or speculation, these are real sales, with coins reaching incredible numbers due to their condition, rarity, and historical importance. This surge in value has sparked renewed interest in Mercury dimes across the globe, making this coin one of the most competitive pieces on the market today. If you're a collector, a history buff, or simply someone who loves the thrill of discovery, the 1937 Mercury dime is one coin you absolutely must look out for. And now, here's the moment everyone's been waiting for, the value that has stunned even the most seasoned coin experts. A rare, high-grade 1937 Mercury dime with exceptional detail and a dramatic mint error was recently sold for an astonishing $208,000. Yes, you heard that right, $208,000 for a single silver dime smaller than your thumb. That's the power of rarity, condition, and history all rolled into one unforgettable piece of American coinage. So take a second look through your coin jar, your old collection, or even those dusty drawers from your grandparents' house. You never know what hidden gem might be sitting right under your nose. If you've got a 1937 Mercury dime, examine it carefully. Look for the mint mark, check the bands on the torch, scan for doubling or strange misalignments, and if it looks promising, consider getting it professionally graded. You could be the next person holding a six-figure treasure in your hands. Second rare coin, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of American coinage with one of the most overlooked yet shockingly valuable coins out there, the United States Roosevelt $1 dime from the year 1967. That's right. This small, everyday coin that may be sitting in your change jar or tucked away in a forgotten box could actually be a hidden gem worth a small fortune. So sit tight and listen carefully, because what we're about to reveal might change how you look at your pocket change forever. The Roosevelt dime has been a staple of American currency since 1946, introduced to honor the legacy of President Franklin D. Roosevelt after his passing. Designed by John R. Sinnock, the coin features Roosevelt's profile on the obverse and a torch flanked by an olive branch and oak branch on the reverse, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. But the 1967 Roosevelt dime stands out from the rest, not just for its design, but for its rarity, hidden errors, and astronomical collector value in certain cases. Yes, this seemingly ordinary dime holds secrets that most people have no idea about. The year 1967 is especially important in U.S. coin history because it falls within the period known as the no mint mark era. During this time, the U.S. Mint deliberately left off mint marks from all coins to discourage hoarding. This means all 1967 Roosevelt dimes have no visible mint mark, which can be confusing for new collectors but thrilling for seasoned experts. Why? Because this opens up a realm of possibilities when it comes to hidden mint errors and rare anomalies that can make these dimes extremely valuable. Now let's talk about what truly makes the 1967 Roosevelt dime an exciting prize in the world of numismatics, error coins and rare variations. These are the dimes that cause a stir in auctions and get collectors buzzing. One of the most sought-after features is the double die error, where you can see a clear doubling on the lettering or Roosevelt's profile. These types of coins are not just rare, they're mesmerizing. Another valuable error is the clipped planchet, where part of the coin's edge is literally missing due to a production mishap. And don't forget about off-center strikes, where the design appears misaligned or pushed to one side. These quirky imperfections are pure gold for collectors, but the most valuable of all 1967 Roosevelt dimes are those struck on the wrong planchet. Imagine finding a dime that was accidentally struck on a planchet meant for a different denomination, like a penny or a foreign coin. These ultra-rare mistakes are extremely hard to come by, and when they do show up, collectors are willing to pay a premium price. These kinds of mint errors often go unnoticed for decades until someone with a sharp eye and a good sense of weight, size, or color realizes they have something extraordinary. If you're wondering how to check your 1967 Roosevelt dime for value, here's what you do. First, examine the coin under magnification. Look closely at the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" on the obverse, as well as the reverse lettering, for signs of doubling. Feel the coin's edges. Is it smooth or oddly cut? Is the strike centered? Does it feel unusually light or heavy? These subtle details can reveal massive value if identified correctly. And if your dime looks especially pristine or unusual, it's time to get it graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade, mint-state Roosevelt dime from 1967 can reach values far beyond what anyone would expect from a 10-cent piece. Over the past few years, collectors have witnessed some jaw-dropping auction results involving rare Roosevelt dimes. These aren't exaggerated stories, these are well-documented sales backed by certified grading reports and passionate bidding wars from collectors around the world. The demand for rare Roosevelt dimes has surged as more and more collectors realize the historic value and aesthetic appeal of these coins. Especially the 1967 edition, which is considered one of the more mysterious and intriguing years due to the lack of mint marks and the surprising number of undocumented mint errors still being discovered. So here's the part you've been waiting for. In a truly remarkable and headline-making auction, a rare 1967 Roosevelt dime with a spectacular mint error, in top-grade uncirculated condition, recently sold for an absolutely stunning $150,000. Yes, you heard that right, $150,000 for a coin most people wouldn't even glance at. That's the beauty of coin collecting. It turns the ordinary into the extraordinary and gives everyday people the thrill of discovering something truly rare. So if you've got an old coin jar lying around, it's time to give it a serious look. That dull-looking 1967 dime you've ignored for years might just be your ticket to something incredible. Examine it carefully, research the features we talked about, and don't hesitate to get it professionally evaluated. Because in the world of coins, even the smallest discovery can lead to the biggest rewards. We want to hear from you. Have you come across a 1967 Roosevelt dime with unusual features? Do you have a coin that you think might be an error but you're not sure what to look for? Drop your stories and questions in the comments below. We love hearing from fellow collectors and treasure hunters. And who knows, your find might be the next great discovery in the numismatic world. Third expensive coin. We're about to unlock the story of one of the rarest and most mysterious coins in American numismatic history, the United States Barber I dime from the year 1894. This isn't just a coin, it's a legend. A piece of silver that has stirred excitement, fascination, and obsession for over a century. If you think a dime is only worth 10 cents, you're about to be amazed, because this particular coin has captured headlines and hearts, and it could be hiding in someone's collection without them even knowing it. The Barber dime was designed by Charles E. Barber, the chief engraver of the United States Mint, and was minted from 1892 to 1916. It's known for its classical and elegant design, featuring Lady Liberty wearing a laurel wreath on the obverse, and a simple wreath encircling the denomination on the reverse. But in 1894, something extraordinary happened that would change the fate of this coin forever. A shockingly small number of Barber dimes were struck that year at the San Francisco Mint. While other years saw thousands or even millions minted, only 24 dimes were ever made in San Francisco in 1894. That's right, just 24. And today, fewer than a dozen are known to still exist. The mystery surrounding the 1894 Barber dime is one of the greatest unsolved stories in coin history. No one knows exactly why so few were made. Some say they were struck as gifts for bankers. Others believe they were minted to balance the mint's ledger. And some whisper about a wealthy mint superintendent giving them to friends and family as rare keepsakes. Regardless of the reason, this rarity has made the 1894 dime one of the holy grails for collectors around the world. It's a symbol of status, obsession, and prestige. Owning one is like holding a piece of American treasure in your hand, but not all Barber dimes from 1894 are created equal. The San Francisco Mint mark, a small S just below the wreath on the reverse, is the key to identifying this ultra-rare version. Without that S, it might be rare, but with it, you're looking at one of the most elite coins ever struck in the United States. And what makes it even more thrilling is that some examples have been found decades later in completely unexpected places, tucked inside jewelry boxes, old drawers, or passed down in family heirlooms without anyone realizing what they had. Errors and die varieties can add another layer of value to any coin, and the 1894 Barber dime is no exception. Because so few were made, any slight variation in strike, surface, or planchet quality becomes incredibly important. If a collector finds one with unique die cracks, a slight doubling in the lettering, or any subtle anomaly from the minting process, the coin's value increases exponentially. These characteristics make each surviving piece a one-of-a-kind artifact, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for even the slightest edge in rarity or historical uniqueness. When it comes to condition, the stakes couldn't be higher. With so few in existence, even a heavily circulated 1894 Barber dime would be a dream for any collector, but those found in mint state, or near it, become priceless trophies. That's why coin grading is so crucial. A professionally graded 1894 Barber dime from services like PCGS or NGC not only validates authenticity but gives collectors confidence in what they're bidding on. And when these coins go up for auction, the bidding wars are nothing short of legendary. there have been multiple high-profile sales of the 1894 Barber dime that made headlines in the numismatic world. These coins have passed through the hands of the most elite collectors, displayed in museums, and have been the subject of books and documentaries. Each time one resurfaces at auction, it sets the coin world on fire. And depending on its condition, the final price can be absolutely breathtaking. In fact, a known 1894 dime once sat in a child's coin collection for decades before it was discovered to be the real thing, and when it finally hit the auction block, it changed that family's life forever. So now, the million-dollar question: what is an 1894 Barber dime really worth today? While the coin's price can vary based on condition and history, one particular example recently made waves when it sold for an incredible $175,000. Yes, you heard that right, $175,000 for a single dime. And that's not even the highest it's ever gone for. This coin continues to break records and fuel the dreams of collectors, investors, and treasure hunters everywhere. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your old coin collections, your family heirlooms, or that dusty coin folder from years ago. Who knows, you might just be holding one of the most legendary coins in American history. If you find an 1894 Barber dime, especially with an S mint mark, do not let it go unexamined. Get it authenticated, have it graded, and hold on tight, because you may be holding a piece of history worth far more than you ever imagined. We want to hear from you. Have you ever come across a rare Barber dime? Do you think you found something unique or valuable in your collection? Drop a comment below and share your story. Our community is full of passionate collectors, and your discovery could be the next big story in the world of rare coins. Especially, we're talking about the United States one-dime coin from the year 1977. It may look like a simple Roosevelt dime at first glance, but what's hiding beneath its small silver surface could shock even the most seasoned numismatist. This is not just pocket change, this is potential treasure, and it could be sitting right in your change jar or old coin collection right now. The Roosevelt Dime series has been in circulation since 1946, honoring the legacy of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a true American icon. By 1977, the coin had already become a staple in American pockets, but there was something about that year, something mysterious, exciting, and highly collectible. While most 1977 dimes look like ordinary coins, there are certain rare variations and minting errors from that year that have turned this everyday coin into one of the most sought-after treasures in modern coin collecting. These aren't just rare, they're legendary, and when found in the right condition, they can be worth a fortune. What makes the 1977 dime so valuable isn't just its age, but its rarity in error forms and high-grade condition. That's where the magic lies. The most desirable versions of this coin are those with dramatic mint errors, errors that slipped through quality control during the fast-paced minting process and made their way into circulation. These include double die obverse errors, where the date or lettering appears doubled, off-center strikes, where the design is noticeably shifted, and even clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin's edge is literally missing. These are the kinds of anomalies collectors dream of, but it doesn't stop there. Some 1977 dimes have been discovered with transitional errors, struck on planchets meant for other denominations or even other metals. Imagine finding a dime that has the weight or color of a foreign coin, or one struck on a blank meant for a penny or quarter. These incredibly rare instances are not only fascinating to look at but incredibly valuable when authenticated and certified. They're essentially one-of-a-kind creations of the mint, and collectors will pay top dollar for these rare discoveries. Now, if you've got a 1977 dime and you're wondering if it's special, here's what you need to do. First, look closely at the details using a magnifying glass. Check the date, the word Liberty, and In God We Trust for any signs of doubling. Examine the coin's edge for unusual cuts or missing segments. Feel its weight. If it seems heavier or lighter than a normal dime, that could be a sign of a striking error on an incorrect planchet. And if the design looks off-center or misaligned, that could point to an off-center strike. These are all exciting clues that might lead you to a rare and extremely valuable find. The condition of your dime also plays a critical role in its value. A circulated 1977 dime with visible wear might not turn heads, but one in mint state, especially with a professional grade of MS-66 or higher, can sell for hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars. Now, add in a significant mint error or anomaly, and that number climbs astronomically. That's why collectors often send their coins to trusted grading services like PCGS or NGC to certify authenticity and assign a condition grade. A certified, rare 1977 dime in excellent condition is a true showpiece for any collection. Auctions over the past several years have confirmed that interest in Roosevelt dimes, especially those with errors, is stronger than ever. Collectors are scouring coin shows, estate sales, and online marketplaces, hoping to be the next to uncover a hidden gem. Stories have surfaced of people discovering valuable error dimes in the most unexpected places: old family coin albums, forgotten drawers, or even among pocket change after a trip to the store. These real-life discoveries show just how possible it is to stumble upon a coin that holds far more than face value. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, the shocking truth about just how valuable a rare 1977 Roosevelt dime can be. In one recent high-profile auction, a spectacular error coin from 1977, preserved in pristine condition with an off-metal strike, sold for an unbelievable $175,000. Yes, that's right, $175,000 for a coin most people wouldn't think twice about. That's the kind of reward that turns hobby collectors into legends and proves that coin collecting is more than a pastime. It's a gateway to priceless discoveries, so now's the time to look through your coin collection with fresh eyes. Pull out that box of old coins, check your jars of change, and look carefully at any 1977 Roosevelt dimes you find. You might be holding onto a once-in-a-lifetime find without even realizing it. Examine those coins closely, and if anything stands out, don't wait. Get it evaluated by a trusted coin dealer or grading service and find out if you've got a treasure worth more than some cars, houses, or even college tuition. We'd love to hear from you. Have you ever found a 1977 Roosevelt dime that looked unusual? Do you have a story of discovering a coin you thought was ordinary, only to realize it was something truly rare? Drop your experiences in the comments below. We love sharing real stories from our viewers, and you never know who you might inspire with your discovery. Last unique coin, we're zooming in on a small but mighty piece of American currency, the United States one-dime coin from the year 2005 with the P mint mark. At first glance, it might seem like just another Roosevelt dime, but as you'll soon discover, this coin has a few secrets that make it incredibly valuable and highly desirable for collectors across the country and around the world. The 2005 Roosevelt dime was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is denoted by the small p you'll find on the obverse side of the coin, just above the date. Like all Roosevelt dimes, it features the left-facing portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, one of the most influential leaders in American history, and the reverse shows the classic torch flanked by olive and oak branches, representing liberty, peace, and strength. But beyond its symbolic beauty and rich legacy, some 2005 P dimes carry extraordinary value due to rare minting errors that occurred during production. The U.S. Mint produces coins at lightning-fast speeds, and even with strict quality control, mistakes can slip through, and when they do, collectors take notice. Certain 2005 P Roosevelt dimes have surfaced with highly valuable minting errors, such as off-center strikes, missing clad layers, and die adjustment strikes. These rare varieties transform what would otherwise be a 10-cent coin into a prized collectible worth thousands of dollars. Imagine finding one in your spare change or an old coin roll. It's the kind of discovery every collector dreams about. One of the most talked about error types in the 2005 P dime is the missing clad layer error. These dimes are struck on planchets that are missing one of the outer layers of metal, giving them a dull copper appearance instead of the usual shiny silver look. This mistake not only makes the coin visually unique, but also extremely rare, and rarity is what drives value in the world of coin collecting. When these coins are authenticated and graded in high condition, they fetch premium prices on the open market because of how few exist. Another thrilling variant is the off-center strike, where the design of the coin is not centered properly and appears shifted to one side. Depending on the severity of the off-center error, these coins can be worth several hundred to several $1,000s. The more dramatic the misalignment, the more collectors are willing to pay. And the best part? These kinds of errors are visible to the naked eye, making it easy for anyone to spot a potential treasure without needing expensive equipment. Just a careful look and a little knowledge. Collectors are also hunting for 2005 P dimes with die adjustment strikes, where the coin was struck with low pressure as the mint calibrated the presses. These coins have weak or partially missing details, giving them a ghost-like appearance that immediately stands out to trained eyes. Combined with the right condition and certification, these rarities can command serious attention at coin shows and auctions. Speaking of auctions, recent years have seen some incredible sales involving 2005 P Roosevelt dimes with error characteristics. Collectors and dealers alike are actively seeking out these modern rarities because they offer a chance to own something both historically current and genuinely rare. Online coin forums, major auction houses, and coin grading services all report increasing interest in Roosevelt dimes with these minting issues, and their value continues to climb with each confirmed sale. Now, if you're wondering how to assess the value of your 2005 P dime, here's what you need to do. First, inspect the coin for anything unusual, whether it's coloring, off-center design, faded details, or strange textures. Next, compare it to standard dimes to see if anything looks noticeably different. If you think you've found something special, the next step is getting it authenticated and graded by a professional service like NGC or PCGS. A certified error coin from 2005 with the right characteristics and in mint state condition is not just collectible, it's a high-value item that serious buyers will line up for. This is why modern coin collectors are becoming more and more interested in relatively recent coins like the 2005 P dime. Unlike some older rarities that are nearly impossible to find, this is a coin that could realistically be hiding in your home right now, in a piggy bank, a jar of coins, or even in your pocket. All it takes is a second look and the knowledge to know what to spot. That's what makes collecting so exciting. It's not just about the history, it's about the thrill of the hunt, and now, the moment you've been waiting for, the unbelievable but real market value of one of these rare error 2005 P Roosevelt dimes. In a confirmed auction, a specimen featuring a dramatic off-metal error in mint condition shocked everyone when it sold for an astonishing $16,000. Yes, you heard that right, $16,000 for a coin that most people would have passed over without a second thought. It just goes to show that even modern coins can carry life-changing value when you know what to look for, so take a moment after this video and go check your change. Look through your old coin rolls, coin jars, or forgotten drawers. You could be sitting on a modern-day treasure that collectors would love to add to their collection. Examine those 2005 P dimes closely. You never know when you might uncover a rare error that turns 10 cents into thousands of dollars. We'd love to hear from you. Have you ever found a strange-looking dime in your change? Do you have a 2005 P Roosevelt dime that looks unusual or might have an error? Drop a comment below and tell us your story. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another incredible coin discovery. Until next time, keep collecting, stay curious, and always remember, the next great find might be right under your nose.